Leonardo Lizard reads L, 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 like lollipop. I love lollipops. Leonardo Lizard was camping out in a tent made of lilac leaves with Uncle Lewy Lobster at the Circle Ranch. Leonardo Lizard and Uncle Lewy Lobster were being quietly put to sleep by the buzz of mosquitoes. Suddenly, Leonardo Lizard heard, crunch, munch, munch, munch. Wake up, Uncle Lewy Lobster, called Leonardo Lizard. Something is nibbling at our leaf tent. Uncle Lewy Lobster quickly jumped out of his sleeping bag. Whatever is the matter, Leonardo Lizard? What's all this noise? Yelled the frightened Uncle Lewy Lobster. Leonardo Lizard pointed up. Uncle Lewy Lobster saw what Leonardo Lizard saw. The top of the leaf tent was wiggling. Uncle Lewy Lobster heard what Leonardo Lizard heard. Crunch, munch, munch. Leap, Leonardo Lizard. Let's be lively and leave the leaf tent, shouted Uncle Lewy Lobster as he pulled Leonardo Lizard out of his sleeping bag. It suddenly seemed like Leonardo Lizard was all legs. Please stop nibbling on our tent, called Leonardo Lizard as Uncle Lewy Lobster finally pulled Leonardo Lizard's long flat tail from the sleeping bag. Leonardo Lizard and Uncle Lewy Lobster did not really know what they would see when they got outside the leaf tent. They never would have guessed what it was. Lady Lily Lamb stood there in the moonlight. Lady Lily Lamb was dressed in a lavender lamb's wool sweater. The lavender lamb's wool sweater had lots of lace and little frills. Lady Lily Lamb had a purple bow on her white curly head. She had a purple bow on her little tail too. A silver bell tied around her neck tinkled every time Lady Lily Lamb walked. Lady Lily Lamb swallowed in a hurry. She licked her lips very quickly like a lady. Oh, hello, Lewy Lobster, exclaimed Lady Lily Lamb in surprise. I never expected to meet a lizard and a lobster out here this evening. I was taking a walk in the woods, continued Lady Lily Lamb, and I decided I would like a snack. Lilac leaves are my most favorite snack of all. Lady Lily Lamb, Uncle Lewy Lobster began to explain. I would like to have you meet Leonardo Lizard. Leonardo Lizard and I were camping out in a lilac leaf tent tonight. Lady Lily Lamb's large blue eyes opened wide. Oh my! I apologize for nibbling a snack right out of your lilac leaf tent. There is quite a large hole, said Lady Lily Lamb seriously. Well, a little fresh air won't hurt us anyway, said Uncle Lewy Lobster cheerfully. We forgive you, Lady Lily Lamb. Then they all laughed together. I sincerely thank you, Lewy Lobster and Leonardo Lizard, said Lady Lily Lamb, lowering her blue eyes shyly. I'm glad I met you, Leonardo Lizard. I hope you will come to the circle games in the morning. All the animals will come out to play. Farewell. Good night, Lady Lily Lamb, answered Uncle Lewy Lobster. I'm glad I met you too, Lady Lily Lamb, called Leonardo Lizard. So Uncle Lewy Lobster and Leonardo Lizard went to sleep again in the lilac leaf tent. The stars twinkled their little lights down through the hole in the tent. Early the next morning, Uncle Lewy Lobster and Leonardo Lizard's campsite was a busy place. There were many chores to do around the place. It's not good to sleep late, Leonardo Lizard, Uncle Lewy Lobster told Leonardo Lizard. Leonardo Lizard rolled up the sleeping bags while Uncle Lewy Lobster fixed breakfast. Then the circle animals came out in to play. The little lambs began to play, the farmer in the dell with Lady Lily Lamb. Uncle Lewy Lobster gave Lobster horsey rides around the field. Then Uncle Lewy Lobster taught Leonardo Lizard to use the cowboy's rope. Leonardo Lizard learned to use the rope on a log. Leonardo Lizard learned that he could lasso best using his left hand. Leonardo Lizard was a left-handed lizard. Later that day, Uncle Lewy Lobster started a fishing contest for the circle animals. Uncle Lewy Lobster would give prizes at the end of the week to the animals who caught the largest, longest fish. Leonardo Lizard's papa came to the lovely Lizard Lake to fish with Leonardo Lizard and Uncle Lewy Lobster. "Hello, Papa Lizard," said Leonardo Lizard as he came running to hug Papa Lizard. "I'm so glad to see you." "I came down to the lake to fish with you, my son," smiled Papa Lizard. "I also decided to let Uncle Lewy Lobster use 2 of my fishing nets as prizes for the contest." Papa Lizard held up a purple plastic worm and a yellow boba ball. "Thank you, Papa Lizard," said Uncle Lewy Lobster. "You are very thoughtful." Leonardo Lizard, Papa Lizard, and Uncle Lewy Lobster fished all the livelong day. They caught several nice fish, but they would have to wait until the end of the week to learn whether they would be the winners. That night, as Uncle Lewy Lobster tucked Leonardo Lizard into his sleeping bag again, he said, "What a full day this has been on the Circle Hill Ranch." "I am glad to be in my sleeping bag," said Leonardo Lizard very sleepily. "Sleep well, my lovely little left-handed cowboy," said Uncle Lewy Lobster lovingly as Leonardo Lizard went to sleep. The next thing Leonardo Lizard knew, he was feeling wet. Drizzle, drizzle, pling, pling, pling. Suddenly lightning flashed. Lightning lit up the tent just long enough for Leonardo Lizard to see the leak. Leonardo Lizard jumped up to look at the large leaky hole in their tent. Rain was sprinkling through the hole Lady Lily Lamb had left in the lilac leaf tent. It was beginning to rain harder and harder every minute. Leonardo Lizard called loudly, "Wake up, Uncle Lewy Lobster! Our leaf tent has a large